I'm Katie. This is my husband, Gabe. We have been married now for almost 2 years? No,
Yeah.
almost 3 years.
Almost 3 years.
I just had a baby. He's 7 months old this Saturday.
We met in high school. It kind of just never worked out for us. I mean, as far as timing,
Never matched up.
it never matched up. I would always like her. She was.
And I had a boyfriend.
She had a boyfriend, and then it flip-flopped.
It wasn't until after, probably a year after we got out of high school, he joined the Marines. And I always knew he was thinking about doing it. Something in me was just like, dang, you're in love with him. Like, no.
Her on a Saturday or Sunday, I said,
Yeah.
"Hey, do you want to go to the movies or something like that?"
Yeah. And then
Yeah, later that night, we kind of just confessed our love for each other. Like, well, I've loved you for
yeah.
a lot of growing up,
He
I
did.
guess. Yeah. I grew up Catholic. Later on, growing up after high school, I came almost borderline atheist, and I felt alone. I tried praying, and it wasn't working, or the lack of that father figure when I needed it. I guess that was one of the biggest attributes of kind of straying away from religion altogether.
Yeah. I've always been very faithful and like I always believed in God. I never strayed away from like my belief in God, but I think just like the aspect of religion just kind of felt a little soul crushing for so long. So when I got to a certain age, it was just really hard to think about my friends becoming Christian, that I just started feeling like God was like taking people from me,
Yeah.
aka saving them. But yeah.
I had all these questions. How do you know there is a God? Give me proof that there is a God, And I would be that person to the people trying to bring me into faith. It wasn't until Alpha. Honestly, it wasn't until Alpha.
And I said, you want to go to this thing, this like spiritual thing, this like religious thing? He's like, it's just like to talk about God. Like, we'll see. And I was so not okay. Like internally, I was fuming. So it became such like, yeah, kind of maybe I was a little bit angry, and I never really admitted it until I was about to literally break up with him. For his Alpha experience, like I fell in love with this type of Gabe, and then we were together, and then the Marines like changed him into this very cynical, harsh version. And I still was in love, but it was like hard. There was more tension. And then he like went to Alpha, and not even just because this is Alpha. He was a different person. Like he was the Gabe I fell in love with. We were both meeting God for the first time, but having our own separate spiritual awakenings, like our own separate meetings with God together. Like that's such a cool thing that we got to experience. It wasn't like, oh, I'm doing this for you. It was kind of like, you got me here, and now we're on our own path, but like walking hand in hand. Yeah. So I was like, okay, I'm a little more open to these conversations. I think if it wasn't for Alpha, I don't know if we would have been able to still be together.
Yeah. If it wasn't for Alpha, for me, I would say I wouldn't have had a space where I would be able to have the conversations I needed to have to let go of the emotion and express all these things I needed to do. We wouldn't have our son. Our relationship, if there would be one, wouldn't look like what it is today.
Yeah. The way that we've healed as individuals and like as a couple, Alpha wasn't serious. It was something that you came to every week, and it was like, it sounds so simple, and it like did something so complicated and beautiful in our relationship and to us as individuals.
Yeah.